សូមការអនុញ្ញាតគោរពអញ្ជើញឲ្យDominic Williams ឯកអគ្គរដ្ឋទូតវិសាមញ្ញនិងពេញសមត្ថភាពនៃចក្រភពអង់គ្លេសប្រចាំព្រះរាជាណាចក្រកម្ពុជាគោរពអញ្ជើញថ្លែងនៅកិច្ចស្វាគមន៍និងរបាយការណ៍
Samdak moha bovo tapadai honmanait Aikudam lok jimtu lok srai ketiu tiang a som korup chomniapso Knyom rompup jet dal jurum balk samput sakalvichilai onglai dombong kanang protais Kampuchea Gia propinai no kamvati balk samput statabantamai yen tiangtai nie ambi domnaka riabjam dayu dal kanai samput Tu gia yang nakadawi Munmen gia carpet kanang karanai ni tai Chapadam bi vigneti dombong dal knyom tiek dong shmoy opak niak grot montrei aikudam hang chunaron Yen ban mien karkwam trau pain leng bi riach rotapibal Karkwam trau ni Chui de Montfort University Bonkalt stataban ni yang learn Bot bi saut roba de Montfort University Ban bong han da rotapibal ban pedal atapiep no le visai aprum Nung bong han da Kampuchea mien bariaka dollar o somrap carvinio borotais Ladies and gentlemen, I always like to start with a few words in Khmer to show my deep respect for Cambodia and its culture. But I will now continue in English. I'm delighted to join this ceremony today, this opening ceremony for De Montfort University, in the presence of Samdak Tipatai Hunmanait, who himself attended Bristol University. And I'm sure that Samdak Tipatai will agree with me that all the best people study in a British institution at some point in their life.
ខ្ញុំបាទពិតជាមានសេចក្តីសំណររីករាយដែលបានចូលរួមក្នុងពិធីបើកសម្ពោធសាកលវិទ្យាល័យ De Montfort University Cambodia ព្រមទាំងមានវត្តមានដ៏ខ្ពង់ខ្ពស់របស់សម្ដេចធិបតីហ៊ុនម៉ាណែតដែលខ្លួនផ្ទាល់បានទៅបន្តការសិក្សានៅសាកលវិទ្យាល័យនៅឯចក្រភពអង់គ្លេស
Education is a key part of the British government's work here in Cambodia. And whenever I find myself at an event speaking about education, I say there are three reasons why it's so important for us here. The first is the role that education plays in supporting Cambodia's development. Cambodia is on the path to becoming a higher middle income country. And to succeed in that ambition, Cambodia is developing new sectors of the economy that require new skills, and education will play a critical role in ensuring that young Cambodians have the skills they need to assure the continued prosperity of this fantastic country.
ជាផ្នែកសំខាន់មួយនៃកិច្ចខិតខំប្រឹងប្រែងរបស់រដ្ឋាភិបាលចក្រភពអង់គ្លេសដែលបានធ្វើជូនទៅលើការអប់រំនៅវិស័យអប់រំនៅព្រះរាជាណាចក្រកម្ពុជាដែលមានចំណុចសំខាន់3ទី1នោះគឺការគ្រប់គ្រងរបស់ដំណាក់កាលបន្ទាប់នៃការវិវត្តរបស់ព្រះរាជាណាចក្រកម្ពុជាដើម្បីផ្ដល់ជូននៅជំនាញដែលចាំបាច់ក្នុងការវិវត្តប្រទេសជាតិនៅព្រះរាជាណាចក្រកម្ពុជា
The second reason why education is such a priority for us is because education is like no other sector in how it builds relationships between people. I firmly believe that every Cambodian who studies in a British institution, whether that's here in Cambodia or in the UK, forms a lifelong connection with my country, which provides really fertile ground for new cooperation and new partnerships between our two countries.
ការផ្ដោតទៅលើវិស័យអប់រំនឹងជួយធ្វើឲ្យមានការបង្កើនឡើងនៃទំនាក់ទំនងរវាងប្រជាជនរបស់ប្រជាជនចក្រកម្ពុជានិងប្រជាជនរបស់ចក្រភពអង់គ្លេស
And the third reason why education is a priority for us is because it's really at the centre of our modern economic and commercial partnership with Cambodia.
ដែលជាផ្នែកសំខាន់មួយទៀតរបស់វិស័យអប់រំនេះគឺដើម្បីជំរុញឲ្យមានភាពសហការជាដៃគូសេដ្ឋកិច្ចនិងពាណិជ្ជកម្មរបស់ប្រជាណាចក្រកម្ពុជានិងចក្រភពអង់គ្លេស
So as you might expect, because education is such a priority for us, the UK is doing a huge amount in education in Cambodia. We run a range of development programmes, including contributing 15.5% to the Global Partnership for Education, an international programme that here in Cambodia is delivered through UNICEF and UNESCO. We have our own development programmes that focus on supporting young girls to stay in education, and we support a range of fantastic British NGOs that work with the state education sector to improve educational outcomes, including Plan International, See Beyond Borders, VSO and many others. កិច្ចខិតខំប្រឹងប្រែងរបស់រដ្ឋាភិបាលចក្រភពអង់គ្លេសដែលបានធ្វើឡើង
តកតងទៅនឹងវិស័យអប់រំនៅប្រទេសកម្ពុជាគឺបានរៀបចំកម្មវិធីក្នុងវិស័យអប់រំឲ្យកាន់តែទូលំទូលាយដែលមានកម្មវិធីអភិវឌ្ឍរួមទាំងអង្គការក្រៅរដ្ឋាភិបាលនិងមានជាប្រភេទ chevening កម្មវិធីសិក្សា EdTech និងការសាលាស្តង់ដារចក្រភពអង់គ្លេស
And each year here in Cambodia, we provide the Chevening Scholarship to Cambodians to go and study in the UK to acquire high-level skills that they can bring back here to Cambodia to contribute to the future of this great country. We also have a number of British companies that are working in the education sector with both private schools and with the state sector to provide curriculum, study materials and education technology. And we're delighted that in the last few years we have a number of British schools that have established in Phnom Penh, including the Shrewsbury International School of Phnom Penh and the King's School Vatanakbil. And we're delighted today that we're here to welcome the newest member of the British education family in Cambodia, De Montfort University. And I'm really excited, genuinely excited, that we have De Montfort University here now in Cambodia because I think this will bring enormous benefits. The first benefit that it will bring is to make a world-class British education accessible to many more Cambodians than is possible today. Not every Cambodian family is able to afford to send their children overseas to obtain a British education. So here, with a campus in the city of Phnom Penh, many more people will be able to have that option. And it's also fantastic that De Montfort University are launching scholarship programs to make the quality of education that they provide accessible to many more Cambodian people.
អត្ថប្រយោជន៍នៃការនាំចូលមកនៅវិស័យអប់រំផ្សេងៗនៅអំឡុងពេលប្រហែលឆ្នាំក្រោយនេះដែលមានអត្ថប្រយោជន៍សំខាន់ៗនៃក្នុងការនាំចូលមកនៅសាកលវិទ្យាល័យ De Montfort University Cambodia នេះគឺមានហេតុផលធំៗមួយចំនួនដែលទី1នោះគឺមានតកតងទៅនឹងការនាំចូលមកនៅការអប់រំកម្រិតឧត្តមសិក្សារហូតដល់កម្រិតក្រោយឧត្តមសិក្សាដែលមានស្តង់ដារពិភពលោកមកពីចក្រភពអង់គ្លេសដែលនឹងផ្ដល់ជូនទៅកាន់ប្រជាជននៅរាជាណាចក្រកម្ពុជាយ៉ាងទូលំទូលាយគាត់មានភាសាសេចក្តីសំណោះរីករាយជាខ្លាំងដែលពេលឥឡូវនេះសិស្សានុសិស្សអាចសិក្សាបាននៅកម្រិតតាំងពីឆ្នាំបរិញ្ញាបត្ររហូតដល់កម្រិតក្រោយឧត្តមសិក្សានៅស្ថាប័នលំដាប់ចក្រភពអង់គ្លេសក្នុងប្រទេសកម្ពុជាដើម្បីជួយទៅដល់ប្រជាជនកម្ពុជាឲ្យមានភាពងាយស្រួលក្នុងការរក្សាទំនាក់ទំនងជាមួយគ្រួសារសហគមន៍និងវប្បធម៌របស់ខ្លួនមិនតែប៉ុណ្ណោះការបើកវិស័យអប់រំស្តង់ដារចក្រភពអង់គ្លេសនឹងផ្ដល់ជំនាញដែលនឹងនាំមកនៅធម៌ពលសម្រាប់ការអភិវឌ្ឍរបស់ប្រទេសជាតិយើងផងដែរ
So I'm delighted also that De Montfort University is now here because when combined with the British schools that have opened, it's now possible for Cambodian people to study in a world-class British institution right through from the early years through to the postgraduate level without leaving their home country. And this means that they can stay connected to their families, their community and their culture, which is so important. And I'm also delighted that we have De Montfort University here providing a world-class education because I believe they'll play a critical role in ensuring that Cambodia has the skills to continue growing, to continue its fantastic development journey, to provide prosperity for all people in Cambodia. Now, in the case of the UK, in the case of the United Kingdom, higher education has been critical to our economic success for hundreds of years. The willingness of our higher education sector to think big and to challenge orthodoxy with new ideas has led to breakthroughs that have helped the UK achieve our status of development that we have today. So, for example, Charles Darwin, while studying, put forward the theory of evolution, which at the time was a very radical idea. Keynes developed radical thinking about how government could work on economics. We had Crick and Watson working at Cambridge discovering the double helix in DNA. And more recently, we had British universities working with the private sector to develop the AstraZeneca COVID-19 vaccine, which was used here in Cambodia just as it was in the UK.
វិស័យអប់រំឧត្តមសិក្សានិងការច្នៃប្រឌិតរបស់ចក្រភពអង់គ្លេសគឺជាបេះដូងមួយនៃការរីកចម្រើននិងភាពជោគជ័យផ្នែកសេដ្ឋកិច្ចរបស់ចក្រភពអង់គ្លេសអស់រយៈពេលរាប់រយឆ្នាំមកហើយឆន្ទៈក្នុងការគិតនៅគំនិតធំៗនិងការប្រឈមមុខនឹងជំនឿទូទៅនាំទៅដល់ការទម្លាយភាពតល់ច្រកដូចឧទាហរណ៍លោក Darwin ទៅលើការវិវត្តន៍លោក Alexander Fleming ទៅលើ penicillin Keynes ទៅលើខាងសេដ្ឋកិច្ច Crick and Watson ដែលបានស្រាវជ្រាវតាក់ទងពី DNA និងការសហការពីសាកលវិទ្យាល័យវិស័យឯកជននានាពេលថ្មីៗនេះលើវ៉ាក់សាំង AstraZeneca COVID-19 ដែលបានប្រើប្រាស់នៅក្នុងប្រជាជាតិកម្ពុជា
So I'm excited what the presence of a world-class British institution like De Montfort University will mean for Cambodia and what it will mean for the higher education sector here. And I hope that De Montfort's presence here will help encourage bold thinking within academia in Cambodia that will help support progress in all sectors of society. So I want to take this opportunity to say a big congratulations to DMU's first intake and to say that I'm looking forward to joining them in a couple of years from now at the first graduation ceremony here. And I would like to thank all of you, ladies and gentlemen, for being here early this morning to join this wonderful celebration, and in particular to thank Sangdak Tipatay and members of the Royal Government of Cambodia who have joined us this morning. Thank you all very much. Som Akun Chraun.
ខ្ញុំរំភើបចិត្តចំពោះអ្វីដែល De Montfort University នឹងនាំមកសម្រាប់វិស័យអប់រំឧត្តមសិក្សានៅប្រទេសកម្ពុជាហើយសង្ឃឹមថានឹងជួយលើកទឹកចិត្តដល់ការគិតគូរពីការសិក្សាប្រកបដោយភាពក្លាហានដើម្បីគ្រប់គ្រងដល់វឌ្ឍនភាពលើគ្រប់វិស័យសូមអរគុណនិងសូមអបអរសាទរចំពោះការចូលរួមរបស់និស្សិតដំបូងរបស់ DMU Cambodia ហើយទន្ទឹងនឹងរងចាំក្នុងរយៈពេល 2-3 ឆ្នាំទៀតដើម្បីចូលរួមក្នុងវិធីបញ្ចប់ការសិក្សាលើកដំបូង